Hello, good morning po guys. Ito na naman si Lisel Birami ay meron akong i-ano sa inyo na. Do hindi ito maganda ibalita, ayaw ko sana talaga, pero magandang malaman nyo ito ay nangyari sa tunay na buhay dito sa Hong Kong, at saka ano rin ito, para matingnan natin ang kaso niya na parang para sa atin ay simpleng-simple lamang. Kaya ito yung headline niya. Isang Pilipinang residente ang sinentensyahan ng 3 buwan pagkakakulong dahil sa pagnanakaw ng tsokolate at shampoo na nagkakahalaga ng mahigit $1,000. Iyon ang pang-apat na kasong pagnanakaw na kinasangkutan niya. Ayon sa kanyang abogado ay natutong magnakaw ang Pilipina ng malulong sa droga, ngunit na-rehab na raw siya ngayon. So 4 times na niya ito ginawa. 4 times na siya nagnakaw. So ito ay para lamang sa mga walang oras magbasa. Iano ko lang ito sa inyo. So Pilipina jailed for 3 months after 4th theft conviction. Ano na to? Baka sakit na to or what? So basahin natin ang buod ng istorya. The chocolate theft happened in this welcome store in Central. Photo from the Hong Kong homes. So sa Central ito, doon sa may sa may taas, malapit sa mid-level. A 38-year-old Filipina permanent resident with a string of criminal convictions was sentenced to 3 months in jail in Thursday for stealing 17 packs of chocolates and a bottle each of shampoo and conditioner from a welcome supermarket in Central. But Gladys De Vera, a single mother with a history of drug dependence, was acquitted after trial in Eastern Court of another court of theft that allegedly happened a few hours before she was caught red-handed on June 22. The stolen items, amounting to 1,085 in total, were found in a blue eco bag that she was carrying when she left the supermarket located in the basement of Regent Center in Central. In the morning of that day, the manager of the shop, called Mr. So, told the court he noticed that a lot of chocolate packs were missing from the shelves. The CCTV footage taken from the shop showed a woman had taken them after lingering just outside the store. She told the staff to watch out for the woman. At 2:30 p.m. of the same day, the assistant manager, Mr. Hu, saw someone resembling her enter the store. Hu said he saw the woman take chocolates and some shampoo and conditioner and put them in her trolley. She left without paying for the items. When stopped just outside the store, the defendant was speaking on the phone and said she had been distracted by the phone call that she forgot to pay for the goods. She offered to pay for them, but the staff called the police and she was arrested. For the first charge, the prosecution said 29 packs of chocolates were stolen, as well as shampoo and conditioner. It was also alleged that the woman shown on CCTV that morning was the defendant. De Vera pleaded not guilty to both theft charges, saying there was no evidence that it was she who took the goods in the first count. She did not dispute the CCTV footage of her taking items from the shelves in the second count, but claimed she had not intended to steal them. In his verdict, Magistrate Gary Chu ruled that in the first count there was doubt as to the identity of the woman in the CCTV, as it did not show her face nor of how much was taken from the shelves. The CCTV also showed the woman taking away some hair gel, but there was no allegation about this against the defendant. Thus, he ruled that the prosecution had failed to prove beyond reasonable doubt that De Vera was the one who committed the alleged theft in count number 1. But for the second charge, the defendant was said to have been caught red-handed with 2 staffs at the store, testifying that they saw her take the items which were found in her bag after she left without paying. Magistrate Chu said he found that 2 witnesses, honest and reliable, and were not shaken during cross-examination. He convicted the defendant based on their testimonies and the other evidence. In mitigation, the defense lawyer asked for a lenient sentence for De Vera, saying her drug dependence was what made her steal. De Vera was said to have 10 previous convictions. 3 of them were for theft, while the rest were all drug-related except for the most recent one, where she was fined $500 in Kowloon City for unlawful gathering. According to defense lawyer, De Vera used to work as a bartender and was earning between 16,000 and 17,000 a month. She worked in bars, maybe that was where she came into contact with drugs, said the defense lawyer, who called De Vera a victim because of her drug dependence. Recently, the defendant reportedly finished 4 months in a drug detention facility and is now said to be drug-free. Her lawyer asked the magistrate to consider that she was in some sort of detention recently in coming up with the appropriate sentence. He also told the court that De Vera's 17-year-old son had recently figured in a motorcycle accident in the Philippines, and the defendant wanted to be able to go home soon to be with him. Magistrate Chu said that for repeat offenders, a prison sentence was inevitable. He also said that judging from the quantity of goods that was stolen, it was obvious that the defendant had intended to sell them. He said that the sentence of 3 months is prescribed for cases of thefts where the amount involved is $100 or more. Having regard to all the circumstances, I will impose 3 months imprisonment, he said. So guys, isa siyang permanent resident dito sa Hong Kong. So tapos dati siyang trabahante sa sa mga bar, bartender siya. Tapos repeat offenders na rin siya, kaya talagang kahit ano pa ang pag ng kanyang abogado na na hindi nga siya nag-plead guilty kasi nga ang niya, ang sabi niya is hindi pa niya binayaran kasi nga may tawag daw siya sa tawag dito sa phone, kaya hindi pa niya nabayaran. Kaya hindi siya nag-plead guilty. Reasoning niya is na lang siya kasi may urgent call daw siya. Tapos pang ilang tawag dito, pang ilang kaso na niya, dami-dami na kasi siya, may nagpa-rehab na rin siya sa drug dependence niya, kaya hindi mo na kung naging habitual na niya yan hanggang maging na niya, sakit na rin niya yan yung pag yung magnakaw, parang ganyan. After niya sa drug dependence niya, after niya ma-cure sa drug dependence niya, ito na naman yung nagiging magiging sakit niya, yung shoplift. Kaya okay na rin na siya kasi tawag dito, meron siyang at least 3 months ang niya, 3 months lang ang naging niya. Ito yung pala na, pero at least siya, permanent resident siya dito. Pero mas mahirap nga, para sa akin mas mahirap nga permanent resident ka dito kasi ang ng life mo, mahirap mag-sustain ng buhay mo dito pag wala ka talagang trabaho. Ngayon, iwan ko lang kung hindi naman sinabi dito na nawalan siya ng trabaho or what. Kaya good morning sa lahat at till next natin. Sana maging okay na siya after this ay 3 months. Okay. Good morning sa lahat. Ingat tayong lahat, OFW around the world. This is Cecil Barami, OFW Hong Kong. Stay safe, be healthy, always wear mask when outside, and wash hands frequently. Thank you so much for being with me. Good morning, ma'am. Buhay. Have a sweet life. Love you all.